Hey gentlemen, were you ever dating a girl you thought was right for you, but later discovered she was emotionally damaged, and because you failed to pay attention to some early warning signs of her negative behavior, you had to endure a lot of agony and pain? Some women will put forth their best behavior and know how to charm you in the initial stages of the relationship. It's often an act that is bound to mesmerize you and make you desire and depend on the girl. Emotionally unstable women often overcompensate by acting super nice and charming to you at first. Her friendly behavior makes it more likely for you to be blindsided and fail to see her true character. And by the time you do, it's often too late. And because you are already profoundly enthralled and emotionally bound to her, there are subtle and not so subtle behaviors, mannerisms, and ways of communicating that can give you an early glimpse into whether you are dealing with an emotionally damaged woman. This video will discuss the 10 warning signs that you are dating or dealing with an emotionally unstable woman. It will give you a framework to help you better detect problematic girls and help you avoid getting too involved with them before it's too late. Better Alpha Advice is all about providing you with inspiring and effective dating tips and strategies to help you better connect with the women you want. So stay tuned and smash that like button to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Watch the video until the very end, so we can reveal the most subtle yet destructive mannerism that'll save you from being entangled with the wrong woman. So without wasting so much time, let's get started with the number 1 warning sign. She blames other people for her problems. It's easy to point fingers. When things are going wrong, it's very tempting to look for someone else to blame instead of taking responsibility for your actions. However, no matter how much we try to avoid it, sometimes problems are our own fault. It can be hard work recognizing our faults and mistakes, but there is only one way forward from a situation that isn't working out, and that is by looking within yourself for answers. Sometimes you just have to own up. Although learning how to deal with emotionally damaged women is often easier said than done. If you're constantly being told you're the problem, something might be amiss in your relationship. Number 2. She focuses on fixing you. It's normal for your partner to look out for you, but a high-maintenance woman will try to change you. This isn't because she wants what's best for you, but rather that she doesn't want what's best for her. The better things are between you two, the less time she has to spend fussing over your relationship. That means if her grip on you is too tight, it may be time to find another woman who can let you be yourself. No matter how much you love someone else in general, there is no way that person can be everything to you all of the time. We humans need freedom and independence as much as we need each other. Number 3. She doesn't own up or take responsibility when things go wrong. When someone is emotionally unstable or emotionally damaged, they don't take responsibility for their own feelings. It is always someone else's fault that they are sad, angry, anxious, etc. You may think it was something you said or did that made her upset, but in reality, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with how she feels inside of herself. Although at times she may say sorry to you, it is a hollow apology, because later on in conversation, she will revert back to saying that your actions caused her distress. If you had done something differently, then maybe things would have been different for her. If a person takes ownership of her own emotions, then she can change those negative emotions into positive ones rather than blaming others for causing them negative emotions. Number 4. She makes you feel guilty for spending time with your loved ones. A high-maintenance woman is almost always emotionally unstable. This means that your relationship with her will most likely be filled with drama. One of her favorite games to play is guilt. For example, she might make you feel guilty for spending time away from her or for hanging out with friends on a Saturday night. These are signs that she is emotionally damaged and simply cannot cope without you being around all of the time. Number 5. She cannot take any criticism, even if it's constructive. Any person worth your time won't have a problem taking constructive criticism. In fact, they'll welcome it as a way to get better in life and in the relationship. If your girlfriend lashes out or becomes defensive when you try to give her feedback, then it's possible she has some emotional damage from her past. To spot if she is emotionally damaged or not, pay attention to what happens when she takes feedback. Does she take suggestions well? Can you help her solve problems without arguments? If so, then she isn't emotionally damaged. However, if you have trouble giving her feedback without getting in trouble, then you might be dealing with an emotionally unstable woman who may eventually abuse you if things continue on like that. Number 6. She has no interest in your life or involvement in your goals and plans. There are many reasons why a woman would want to involve herself in your plans. One of those reasons could be that she genuinely has interest in what you're doing. If she doesn't have any interest or care about your future, then it may be due to emotional instability. Having no interest in your goals and dreams for yourself is definitely a warning sign of emotional damage in women. If a woman does not show you that she cares about what's going on in your life, then something is wrong with her. Number 7. Consistently falls short of her promises. If she can't be bothered to follow through on her plans, then what reason do you have to believe she will stick around when times get tough? In fact, why would you even start a serious relationship with someone who's so clearly unreliable? We tend to assume that people are reliable because we expect others to be as committed as we are. This basic trust keeps our social lives running smoothly. But dealing with a woman who consistently falls short of her promises is frustrating at best and downright miserable at worst. If your girlfriend or wife fails to meet her commitments more than once or twice, then it may be time for you to move on. Number 8. She becomes moody and negative, may show signs of rapid mood swings, which can be hard to handle in a relationship. It could feel like they are two different people sometimes. One day they can be so sweet and kind, then suddenly, it seems as if you've upset them for no reason at all. This usually is indicative of a deeper problem that has been going on for quite some time. When you bring it up to her, she will often deny it or make excuses for why she behaved that way. If you find yourself frequently feeling confused about your girlfriend's behavior or just frustrated, there is likely something wrong behind her negative attitudes. It might be time to examine whether she is emotionally unstable before proceeding any further with your relationship with her. Number 9. She insults you and chips away at your character. Emotionally abusive women act like a yes man, but in reverse. Instead of agreeing with everything you say, she'll take whatever you say, add a negative twist to it, and then she'll repeat it back to you, as if she had made the judgment call herself. Take your compliment about how great her hair looks. Instead of saying thank you, her response will be something like, wow, it must have taken forever to look that good. Again, not only is she taking something that's yours, your positive feelings about her, but also twisting it into something negative about yourself. And finally, number 10. She gives you the silent treatment because she's entitled and expects to receive special treatment. A verbally abusive partner will give you the silent treatment when she wants something from you. An emotionally unstable woman does not respect boundaries. Just as a child will throw a temper tantrum if he or she doesn't get his or her way, a toxic person will feel entitled to special treatment. This often results in giving you a silent treatment that lasts for days at a time as they try to run your life by controlling how you think and feel about their behavior. If your girlfriend is giving you anything less than full attention while she's talking to you, it's because of something else going on in her head, typically some drama that has nothing to do with you whatsoever. It is much harder to stop dating or being with a woman after you are already emotionally attached to her. Therefore, it's quite important to pay attention to early red flags that might indicate that you're dealing with an emotionally damaged girl. The 10 warning signs we mentioned in this video should help give you a framework to better detect the mannerisms, behaviors, and ways of communicating of an unstable woman with a flawed character. This awareness should save you quite a bit of anguish and pain further down the line. The last thing you want is to disentangle yourself from a complicated situation with an emotionally unstable girl. Better Alpha Advice is committed to providing you with the right tools and mindset to date smarter and pursue the women you want. We hope you've enjoyed this video and get a sense of how much work we put into it. Please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop. Which one of the warning signs did you like the best? What other destructive behaviors have you come across and would love to share? We would love to hear your feedback.